Hello there, my name is Gene Rodriguez, and this is my Evil Dead review. Okay, first, pause for dramatic effect. Evil Dead was made by Sam Raimi. I'm sorry for the choppy frame rate. I'm looking to review more things in the future. It probably can't beat some of the other reviewers. Excuse me for the noise behind me. But yeah, Evil Dead and the movies that came after it, soon after, were amazing. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, Army of Darkness. So many one-liners. Groovy. Hail to the king, baby. This is my boomstick. Make mine a double. Clap to rada. Good times. All good times. I'm here to review the Evil Dead Trilogy as a whole. So if you're looking for separate reviews, I will do that more towards the future, if I have time. Okay, so Evil Dead 1. Evil Dead 1 starts off with 4, count them, 4, because I have to aim up here on a webcam. Look at this slow motion. 4 stereotypical teenagers. The most memorable one being the one played by Bruce Campbell. First, Bruce Campbell, you know, he was no big thing. Evil Dead was what made him a big thing, and you'll see why. The first scene was just amazingly done. It was literally filmed on one road, and it had 2 cars, but the 2 cars, let's say this is their car, okay, see my finger? So hard with this webcam, jeez. I'll use this finger, there we go, you see it? There we go. Sorry for the blurriness. So this is the 2 cars, okay? So 2 cars come and swerve, because he just says the funniest thing. He's like, dude, your steering wheel, man, it's not right. How you use this piece of, sorry, no cursing, garbage, there we go, I'll just say garbage, or shat, didn't use the I. So when they finally arrive to the cabin, it's this slow opening of the door and the dramatic music and the thing on the porch just swinging. You don't even know what it is, and as it gets closer, you see, dun dun dun, it's a chair. It's a freaking chair. A frackin' chair. It's a frackin' chair. And then they just slowly go in, and you realize that these really are douchey teenagers, total douches. Like, most of them would probably be jocks or cheerleaders. And enough with the stereotypical stuff. Let's get to the no, wait, one more thing about the story, the most important thing. So they find a tape on the table, and since they're stereotypical white people, they pick up the tape and play it, because why not? No, they really put certain races and ethnicities to shame. Like, really? Not everyone would pick up that tape. No one should pick up that tape, or a book covered in flesh. Enough with realism, let's get back to the movie. Okay, so they play the tape, and the dude, the professor studying the book, which is the Necronomicon, starts talking about it, and then proceeds to do the dumbest thing He says the exact words that let out a freaking demon. A fracking demon. A freaking demon. 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 Yep. And that demon splits into two separate entities and possesses most of the people. And that's where you get your amazing scares and action. One-liners don't come until later, though. A lot of people have to, get possessed and get killed and become deadites. And yeah, you're mostly here for the gore and the one-liners, cause the other characters are really just stereotypical douchebags who care nothing but themselves, except for Linda and Ash, because Linda knew that they shouldn't be playing this tape. It scared the bejesus out of her, and it's even sometimes emotional. I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's this amazing thing because there's a romance between Ash and Linda. Teenage love, but it's really cute. Like, I'll just say it. It's a really old movie. You should still see it anyway. If you haven't seen it, it came out in the 80s. You could probably find it pretty cheap. Maybe on Blu-ray. But there's an entire scene where they show that he had a ring and was about to propose. He was going to freaking propose that exact moment. Yeah, that's pretty sad. I'm actually, since I'm such a big fan of Evil Dead, I know there are people out there that are fans of Evil Dead. I'm actually writing my own fan fiction, which involves Evil Dead and Splatterhouse, two amazing things rolled up into one. It's a what if scenario, but it's pretty good. Maybe I'll upload it. Who knows? I'm just trying this out. So yeah, now for the action. The action, on the other hand, was very faithful to B-movies, just like the story. Except the story involved way more than just B-movie horror, like a love letter to B-movie horror. It was a love letter to the 80s in general. You got your one-liners, you got your cheesy dialogue, you have a little bit of emotion here. Yeah. Ash is just a badass. Like, it's just the scene that characterizes Ash is the one scene where he's preparing to fight the Deadites. He goes to the shed. He gets a chainsaw. He saws a shotgun that he finds in the shed, saws off the front, and guess what he got? A double barrel, a sawed-off double barrel shotgun. Groovy. That's exactly what he says. I'm not even kidding. It's amazing. Yeah, sorry for the choppiness, but I'm giving a straight review. Seriously, it's not the best movie. Sadly, I can't say that. It's a very good movie, though. One of my favorites. And yeah, I recommend that all of you, anyone watching this, check that out. It's a very good film. I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. Compared to some of the stuff that's coming out now, like dumb movies like Scary Movie 5, and really like Haunted House, like dumb comedies that don't even like incorporate actual witty dialogue. It's just full of actual like witty one-liners, dialogue, all of that, and it's even full of scares. Okay, now on to Evil Dead 2. I don't only have 15 minutes, so I have to skip through this. Okay, Evil Dead 2. About the same start. Ash is being haunted by the nightmares. All nightmares. Is being haunted because of all his friends, especially his wife, well, his fiancée, technically. Maybe. She probably would have said yes, I don't know. But yeah, he's being haunted with nightmares of what happened in the cabin, and now he goes back to the cabin thinking that would solve something. I don't know, just because I don't know, probably like a teenager doesn't mean I'm I don't know, a hipster or any of that. I'm a pure child of the 80s, even though I wasn't born in the 80s. Would have been awesome. But yeah, so you go to the cabin, and by sheer coincidence, the professor went back. His wife died on that trip. He locked her in the basement, thinking that she was dead. Of course, they always come back as deadites. The same, a different tape, but the same thing was there, and the book was out. Guess what they do? They still haven't learned their lesson. Nope. He finds a new girl too. This dude's a womanizer. Just saying. It's, you know, it's sexist, but yeah. Ash is a totally cool dude. He's still haunted by all the people that died, especially that dude that lady that he wanted to marry. Pretty sad thing. But yeah, she dies like right in the beginning. No joke. Like straight up, she just dead. The deadites just swarm him. And he gets a badass deadite transformation, which is Evil Ash. Anytime whenever night comes, he transforms into Evil Ash. Which is like a really badass transformation. He just looks like a zombified Ash, but it looks so cool. Still, there's more one-liners now. It's more of comedy. Maybe a few scares here and there. But yeah, it's amazing, and it leads up to Army of Darkness and has an amazing ending. I'd actually give Evil Dead like maybe a 9. No, 9. I'm gonna stick with that decision. Evil Dead 2, I also give a 9. I'm not talking about the action and all that. I'm mostly talking about the story, because the action is really just the same thing over and over again. It's mostly just gore. A lot of gore. Okay, Army of Darkness comes along, and that just blows everything out of the water. They're like, okay, let's see. Everyone loves Bruce Campbell now. Now let's turn everything up to a frickin' 11. Like, badassery everywhere. There's 2 endings. I'm not gonna spoil them because that'd be wrong, but I hinge on one of the endings, but I twisted it to my point of view so it wouldn't deal with copyright or anything. So it's basically a what if scenario. Again, I will probably upload that. And Army of Darkness, I can remember a bunch of one-liners. Some I even mentioned when I said I was going to do a review for the Evil Dead trilogy. Many. Hail to the King, baby. He says Groovy. This is my boomstick. How do I get back? Clap 2, Verada. Yeah, that doesn't work out. You need to say the right catchphrase. And so cartoony, but yeah, it's so awesome. So yeah, I look forward to doing gameplay videos, reviews, and yeah. In general, I give the Evil Dead series in total a 10, because I also give Army of Darkness and all the other Evil Dead movies 9s, and the seal of complete badassery. So yeah, I look forward to doing more videos, and bye. Stay cool, bros.